And welcome back. Now, Tinotenda Mudzingwa was announced as the overall best performing student in Gauteng for the 2018 National Senior Certificate Exams. And the now former Greenside Public School student, who will be turning 18 in February, was honored at the Gauteng Provincial Awards ceremony in Pretoria last week. And armed with 8 distinctions, the Gauteng 2018 top learner is setting her sights on the actuarial studies at Wits University this year. And raised by a 41-year-old mother, Tinotenda couldn't leave her mom, Egines, behind. And they both joined me here on set this morning. Thanks so much for coming through.
Thank you for having us.
So let me start with you, Tino. I mean, congratulations first and foremost. Was it hard work, or is it something that just came naturally?
I think it was a combination of a lot of factors. Of course, I needed to work hard, but I got a lot of support from the school itself, from the teachers, and from my mom as well.
Support such as, because people would say, doesn't everybody get support? So why are other students not able to perform to the same level?
I feel that every student is different in their own experiences, but my school offered extra lessons for almost every subject, and they offered holiday extra lessons as well. So we kind of got an early start in the matric work. And my mom was also very supportive emotionally as well. She took care of everything around the house, and even after a stressful exam, when I needed to have a chat and just de-stress, she was always there.
Now, Mom, Egines, when someone in the house is writing matric, we're all writing matric, yes, because we all live through those emotions. And Tinotenda says you were very supportive. But explain to us the emotions that you had to deal with.
What quickly comes to mind is when she just finished writing a first AP Maths paper. I think she couldn't finish, and when she came back, she was just not herself. She was worried because it was the first paper, and I think she was not sure what would happen in the coming papers as well. So I had to calm her down and say to her, this is already in the past. You need to focus now on what's coming. So those were some of the issues that we had to deal with, some of the emotional issues.
Did you find that it was easy for her to hear you and accept what you were saying and move on, or did it take a little more convincing?
I think the teacher support as well. Like immediately after that exam, they also said similar things. So when I sort of reinforced it at home, I think she was ready to accept it and move on.
I'm curious to know, Tinotenda, what were you stressing about, because the 8 distinctions in the bag there?
I think the paper was just a bit different from our prelim, so it was unexpected, and I felt like I hadn't finished as well as I could have. So it was just a bit stressful to know that I hadn't done my best.
So looking at your results now, how do you feel about them?
I feel really excited and very blessed, because I hadn't expected anything like this at all.
And you want to become an actuary. How do you decide on that? And when did you decide?
The first time I heard about actuarial science was from my grade 5 teacher at Fordsburg Primary School. And he introduced it to me as a career path that would be well suited for lovers of mathematics. So as I grew up and I researched it more, I discovered that the work of actuaries is interesting, of course, because they use so much mathematical and statistical and financial knowledge to do their work. But their work itself is evaluating the risks associated with certain decisions, especially their financial repercussions. And in that way, they can provide security and maximize the profits for multiple kinds of business ventures. So in that way, their work actually impacts the world greatly. And that was when I really decided that this could be a viable career path for me.
And at what point did you find out that this is actually a very lucrative career as well, in terms of the financial rewards at the end?
Around grade 9, when we were asked to do a careers project and we had to research all of those kinds of factors, that was when I found out.
And you probably smiled.
I did.
And also, you decided to go to Wits University. Why Wits as opposed to any other institution?
Well, Wits has a very good actuarial sciences department, and it has a good reputation on the global scale as well. Furthermore, it's close to home.
And close to Mom Agnes,
Yes.
because I get a sense that you're not trying to move too far away.
Not at all.
And Mom, how do you feel about that?
Initially, I thought that when she enters a tertiary, she would want to move away from home. But she explained to me that actuarial science is so demanding, and I think I just need that support, especially in the first few years. So yeah, I'm available to support her, and I'm happy to still have her around.
Indeed. And Tinotenda, you received a prize.
Yes.
Wow. Are you going to share with us what you actually got?
I think the biggest prize was the 4-year bursary from the Gauteng Department of Education. And then the next prize was a laptop from Dell that was worth around 20,000 Rand. And I also got some cash vouchers from ABSA and a hamper pack from MTN.
Well, you must have been very excited about that. Did you expect it?
I didn't really.
So that must have been a double bonus
It
then.
was.
And Mom, just knowing that at least the financial side of things would be taken care of, how does that make you feel?
It was a big relief because I didn't even expect it, and I felt so humbled when they announced it, and grateful too. Yes, because that was going to be one of the issues that as a parent we have to think about, like how will I fund the tertiary education.
So you weren't expecting her to do as well as she did?
No, I didn't expect her to be the overall. To tell the truth, I didn't. I thought if she could do her best, maybe she could be number 2 or 3 on one of the subjects. So even when they called, that is what I thought she was going to get, and I was happy with that.
So you had already made plans to pay anyway?
I was thinking about it as to, researching as to how will I do it.
Oh, I
Yes.
thought you had some cash stashed away so that I could maybe borrow that since you don't need it anymore, kind of thing. But, I must say it really is a very inspirational story, and I'm so glad for the both of you. And I think, everybody watching this morning, there's so much to take away from. And congratulations once again to both of you.
Thank you so much.
And those were mother and daughter, Tinotenda and Agnes, basking in the excellence of Tinotenda, who was awarded a lucrative prize at the Gauteng Provincial Awards by the Gauteng Department of Education. But of course, any bank managers out there, some of us still need to pay, for those tertiary fees. So we'll be applying. Let's take a quick break.